am back, Rhodes for the Matrixx and Rhodes show. So we're going to talk about one of my personal favorites. And I've got to admit, I grew up during a time in the late 70s, 80s, early 90s when action movies ruled the planet. And this actor was among the greats. He's one of the GOATs of all time. That's why you saw Dolph Lundgren show up in the Expendables movies. I mean, there are so many movies. As I was looking down his IMDb, I thought, wow, Frank Castle, The Punisher, Showdown in Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee. Completely forgot about that movie. That was a badass flick back in the day. Red Scorpion, of course, Ivan Drago in the Rocky films and Creed 2. Laundry list. He even did a 6-episode hit on Arrow not that long ago, just a few years back. Well, got some bad news, but it seems that Ivan Drago, a.k.a. Dolph Lundgren, is fighting like hell, and he is fighting against something that usually, and I'm going to be honest, my best friend died of this. He died of lung cancer. And I promise you, he did not make it 8 years. I wish he could have or would have. Dolph Lundgren is on his 8th year of battling this thing. And we're just now finding this out. And it's a damn shame. And he is saying that it is caused by steroid use. Now, Lundgren has long since been one of those badasses that had the physique that went along with it. I mean, look. The Ivan Drago character famously took steroids from the Soviet Union back in the day in that movie. I mean, look, you guys that look like Ivan Drago back in the day, Dolph Lundgren, you always kind of suspect it. I mean, it sort of is what it is, and you just went on with life. While I'm thinking about it, good God, I can't forget Universal Soldier with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Man. Let's get to this. This is a Daily Mail exclusive. Dolph Lundgren, 65, seen for the first time since revealing secret 8-year battle with lung cancer as actor steps out with fiancée Emma Kroekdahl, 25 years old, for lunch. And let's just take a look. There is Dolph right there. There they are walking along. And I guess they're going out for lunch. So let's get to the meat of the story and the issue. Dolph Lundgren has been seen for the first time since revealing his secret 8-year battle with lung cancer as the star stepped out for lunch in L.A. The Swedish actor, 65, known to millions for his role as the merciless Soviet boxer Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, confirmed that he has been battling cancer for the last 8 years during Wednesday's edition of In Depth with Graham Basinger. Lundgren looked in good spirits as he joined fiancée Emma Kroekdahl, 25, for a meal in Beverly Hills. The star wore a blue tee, tailored white blazer, and black jeans. Black jeans, wow, okay. That's a daring choice in 2023, I reckon. Teamed with monochrome sneakers. Emma matched her partner in a blazer, tee, and jeans as they chatted outside the restaurant. Wow. Lundgren has revealed he was first diagnosed with lung cancer in 2015 and speculated whether his past use of steroids for bodybuilding is to blame. Discussing his diagnosis with Basinger, the actor says he went into remission, but the cancer returned in 2020, resulting in doctors giving him a sobering 2 to 3 year life expectancy. The star went for a second opinion, and the treatment is now being administered. Has resulted in the tumors shrinking. In a clip from the interview, while still wearing a hospital gown, he says, "It's the day after my surgery. They took out one tumor, then they took out another. 2 they found, and another 3 small ones. Hopefully it's cleaned out. If it dies, he dies." Good job, Dolph. He added, referring to his memorable quote in the 1985 film Rocky IV, after his character Drago kills Apollo Creed during their exhibition match. Speaking to Bensinger, he recalled how he discovered he had cancer again in 2020. Lundgren says, in 2020 I was back in Sweden and I had some kind of acid reflux. Yikes. I didn't know what it was, so I did an MRI. They found that there were a few more tumors around that area. Interesting. Nothing I have seen on here at all about smoking. I haven't seen that, although I do know that some people do get lung cancer for reasons other than smoking. He continues. They found one more tumor in the liver. So I was like, oh, shit, okay. At that point, it started to hit me that this was something serious. The surgeon called me and it said it had grown. It was too big. It had grown to the size of a small lemon. I asked him, how long do I have left? I think he said 2 to 3 years, but I could tell in his voice he thought it was less. I thought that was it for sure. Lundgren said the use of steroids had an impact on his body. He said, I tried steroids back in the 80s and 90s. I don't know if that has something to do with the cancer, but of course it struck me as it could have something to do with it. I thought about it. You always think you've made a mistake. I think there is some connection between testosterone therapy and cancer. I was on steroids when I was younger, on and off for maybe 10 years, depending on the kind of movie I made. Wow, I know guys that have been on it a lot longer than that. That's crazy. There he is right there as Ivan Drago. There they are stepping out right there, in case you wanted another look. And there he is. I mean, Dolph Lundgren, he's still in phenomenal shape. Look at him. 65 years old. My God. Fiance Emma Crowdall told Bensinger his mouth got really sore, his hands got sore, and he couldn't eat anything. That was a struggle. He was losing weight. We realized it was a lot worse than we thought. They started talking about tumors in the lung, stomach, spine, and around the kidneys. His daughter Ida told Bensinger, it hit me when I had a deep conversation with Dad about what would happen if he passed away. That was a horrible conversation. It was a tough time. I have to be strong for my sister. Lundgren said he then went seeking a second opinion on his diagnosis and spoke to Dr. Alexandria Drakaki. Following a change in treatment, Lundgren says that within 3 months his tumors had been shrinking between 20 and 30%. Lundgren continues, you just appreciate being lucky enough to be alive, and you appreciate every moment. There he is right there, looking like he did back when he played the Punisher. Largely known for his roles in action-packed films, Lundgren's breakthrough role as Ivan Drago in Rocky IV. He would later reprise his role as Drago in Creed II. After a long spell of working on direct-to-video films in the 90s, he returned to Hollywood in 2010 in The Expendables alongside Rocky co-star Sylvester Stallone. They are very, very close friends. Since then, he has reprised his role of Gunnar Jensen in the second and third movie, with a fourth being expected later this year. And I guess whatever podcast or show he was on, that full episode is actually coming up, I guess, later on. And, you know, just looking down, this is his DB Masters of the Universe. He played He-Man. You know, I mean, a lot of people forget about that. There's Universal Soldier. Like I said, Showdown in Little Tokyo. If you haven't checked it out, it's a must-see. Johnny Mnemonic. I mean, that's another one. Keanu Reeves and Dolph Lundgren together. Just some really great genre movies. He's been in a bunch of direct-to-video films that I haven't watched, and I guess I need to go back and sort of check them out. And then he sort of pops in for a big role or a big movie, The Hangover, right? And he played Konstantin Kovar in Arrow. 2016-2017 was the 6 episodes that I was talking about. So, my goodness, I am, with everything I've got, I am pulling for Dolph Lundgren. That's a tough road once it starts moving its way around in the body. Like I said, my best friend, he passed away from this exact thing. And I guess Scott probably made it 2.5 years, I guess, something like that. And it's a rough go of it. That's all I can say. Tell me what you think. Matrixx and Rhodes Show supporters, all the audio from all of our videos is available wherever you get your podcasting from. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Peace 'em out. Till next time.